Your nervous system goes to every aspect of the body. And its purpose is to communicate between the brain and the body. And let me just give you a glimpse. Y'all already know this. I'm just going to point it out. But I'm just going to give you a glimpse as to how awesome God is that He created this nervous system that relays messages from the body to the brain. And look at how quick it happens. Let's say this is a hot stove. And let's see my nervous system is fully intact. Okay? If I place my hand even close to that stove, automatically, isn't there a quick, it's not a delay like this, is it? No. So it's not like relaying a message like we relay a message. You know, if I say, can you please go over there to that person and tell him something, then come back and tell me, my hand be burnt off by then, right? But it is a milliseconds response, just heat, all right? With the nervous system fully functioning correctly. Now you have your brain, you have your spinal cord, and you have the nerves going to all aspects of the body. I have an additional visual aid here. Can everyone see if I place this? If I place this here, can everyone see it? No. No. And now can you see the chart? Yes. All right, I'll just hold it up momentarily until I'm done with this particular one. But with this display, you can see the nerves go to every aspect of the body. All of your organ systems, everything. It has to, because that's how your brain is going to communicate with that area. Okay? So I'm going to put this down. Here is an interesting fact that you may not know about your nervous system. Because it communicates between, it keeps the communication open between the body and the brain. Do you know that if there's a breakdown in the nervous system, a person can have asthma, a person can have constipation, a person can have spasming in an area of the body. A person can even have difficulty breathing. Get this, a person can have issue with their blood pressure, migraine headaches, just because of a breakdown in communication in the nervous system. Once again, it's communication. If that communication is interfered with or interrupted, then the brain doesn't know to send recruit or to stop sending something. Maybe you have too much. Maybe you don't have enough. If that communication isn't there, then is it any way for this individual's body to be completely healthy? No. No. It's just like any other relationship. Once again, see, this is just, you see God's hand in it throughout. If you have a relationship, let's say, between an employer and an employee, or a husband and a wife, a mother and a daughter, a father and a son, if those relationships do not have communication, can you say that it's a fully functional relationship? No. Same thing with the nervous system. All right? We're going to move on to the next organ system, the circulatory system. And as we go through each of these, we're just going to expound on certain key organs that are involved in it and the purpose. All right? You have your circulatory system. The purpose of your circulatory system, you get your nutrients through your circulatory system. So your blood is able to deliver nutrients to your muscles, different organs, etc. It is funneled or powered by the heart, which pumps deoxygenated blood, comes in through the heart. You take oxygenated blood away from the heart. All right? Those of you who had health class, you take away, so that's your arteries. You bring it to, so those are your veins. Right? Now, you also have clotting abilities within the blood. So let's say if you have a cut, the first thing the body is going to do is going to want to form a clot. All right? like I said, intelligently designed. Your body is created to heal itself. All right? So it's all a process. First, there has to be a clot, which brings the broken tissue together. Then you have circulation. You have the increase of circulation of the blood there so that you get the nutrients to help heal the area. It's all a process. All right? Now, the key thing to watch out for is when the heart has to work too hard. That's when the arteries become all clogged with a lot of things that it's not supposed to be clogged with. What's that called? Atherosclerosis. All right? Now, I said I wasn't going to get too deep, but I'm just throwing out a couple of words. Once again, you're going to be deputized to go out and talk to people about health, so you got to have something, right? You can't say, no, you got stuff in there. No, it's called something. So, this is the circulatory system. Next, the digestive system. This diagram here highlights all of the major organs that play a key role in your digestive system. Starts with chewing. Yes, your mother was correct. Chew your food completely, please. Otherwise, then your stomach has to work even harder to break down those food particles, right? Once again, it's all a process. Even in the chewing, you have your salivary glands there to help with the process. Enzymes help break it down and everything, okay? Then it goes to the stomach. Your stomach has to be the right pH. But a lot of times we have to watch out because then the pH becomes so high. What can take place is ulcers within the stomach. And that's when people get all stressed out. They're chewing gum, so the stomach is getting prepared. It's releasing the gases for food, but the stomach is being psyched out. You're not eating anything, you're just chewing gum. So it causes the stomach to start producing those acids, preparing for food, and instead, it's like, I'm not getting anything. So it's all bubbling up with all this acid. You're not giving the stomach any food. So, if you have, if you notice, it burns in my stomach, maybe you might need to let up on the chewing of the gum because your body takes you literally. If you start chewing and saying, they're about to eat, I need to be prepared to digest something. And if it doesn't get anything, then you got all of that acid accumulated in there and there's nothing to digest. Okay? So then it can start eating away at the lining of your stomach. Yeah. I told you you'd be ready to talk to some people after this. Now, mince is different because it's the chewing process that gets it ready. It's the chewing process. Yeah.
Well, what happens when we think that the gum is satisfying us?
You gotta, I'll write that question down for me, and I'll come back to it. Because I'm only on number 3. And I want to make sure that we get all of this stuff done so that we're ready to go on to the next class next week. Now, after the stomach, you see also that we have the liver is there. Underneath the liver is your gallbladder. Your gallbladder is responsible for helping to break down fats. All right, a lot of times people have gallstones and they have the gallbladder removed, but then there's nothing there to help break down the fats. So quite often, a good follow-up if someone's had gallbladder removed, it's good to take digestive enzymes so that you help the body to break down those fats. All right? We also see the intestines there. The purpose of the intestines, there are certain areas whereby you're releasing the nutrients into the bloodstream, certain areas whereby water is being taken in to help soften up the waste product so that it can be passed out. See this?